hive cluster is under attack.
Live for the swarm.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Radeon, it's going to be Speed and Jaedong facing off for a Patreon cast of the week. Top right, it's going to be a Purple Terran Speed. And at the bottom right, it is Jaedong, the Dong himself. So it's purple, and it's going to be tan here on Radeon. Speed likes to go mech, especially on this map. So we will see if there are a lot of tanks in the future here, but if Jaedong makes a lot of Hydralisks, then there will be a lot of tanks in his future. So again, this is going to be a Patreon game for those of you who are supporting me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month. So if you're there supporting me the week of June the 8th, 2025, thank you so much for doing so. I really, really do appreciate it. Helps so much these days. And in the top right, again, Speed. And if you're watching this any other time, like say August 2025 or later, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, man. We are here 5 days and maybe 6 days a week with StarCraft Brood War content. Excellent stuff. So we've got an Overlord scouting the right direction here. His name is Terry. You know him. You love him. And scouting not at all is our guy Speed with a very safe and very economical wall off at his natural with a supply depot and a barracks being helped by these neutral lurker eggs that are here for map makers to help people wall off against Ling rushes. But hatch first here. No early Ling rush, no early pool. This SCV is going to be scouting. His name is Steve. And he does see the Overlord, right? No, he doesn't. Oh my gosh, because high ground. Well, blocked by the high ground division. Excellent job there from Jaedong. He knows how to scout and hide his Overlord from scouting SCVs. Oh, so scouting counterclockwise. And let's see if he catches a glimpse of this Overlord, right? Because that will tell him where Jaedong is earlier than this SCV is scouting it, right? So the drone says, okay. And this Overlord says SCV, and hey, look. Very good. So now both players know where the other player is. Run, Terry, run! Get to the high ground! Yes, excellent job. You are safe with over 50% of your health here. 121 out of 200 health. No early gas. Expansion on the way here from our guy, Speed. 1 Rax expand, and there it is. Sub 3 minutes. SCV says, haha, you can't stop me from scouting. I am fast, and I have a lot of HP. Hey, look, lair timing. No speed on the way. Okay, so we don't have to worry about a speedling opening. And that means we can march a few Marines across the map and force out some Lings. Force out some Slowlings. Group up, men. Group up. That's the only way we can destroy Zerglings. Alone we perish. Together we live and conquer. The Lings are like, let's go ahead and go around. Let's take this path around the main path. And run inside the base. Run. There we go. Excellent job. Excellent scouting. You have Jaedong Lings inside your base, Speed. What are you going to do? Oh my gosh. Are we going to cancel? Oh my gosh. We're going to pause the command center. We're going to pause the natural here for just a tiny little bit. Scouting, seeing the gas. I already saw the second barracks here. And the academy timing. And pausing the academy timing. Oh, Jaedong Lings inside your base. Not as annoying as a Protoss when you have Jaedong Lings inside your base, but dude, just so, look at that. Academy paused again. Wow. Those are some effective Lings there, Jaedong. Excellent, excellent early game here from our Zerg player. Hey, look, it's a Spire. It's going to be done very, very soon. Engineering Bay on the way. Not quite yet. Waiting until the last second. And there it is. Engineering Bay coming up. Here from our guy, Speed. So what's going on out there? They announced The Witcher 4, which is Witcher 3 is one of my favorite games ever. It's awesome. Great characters, great storylines, really fun stuff. I'm interested in playing as Ciri. I liked Ciri as a character in The Witcher 3. I thought she was a lot of fun. And an interesting break from Geralt for sure. And yeah, that's pretty interesting stuff. There's apparently some Thief VR game that's coming. The Thief franchise isn't dead in 2025. Who knew that was going to happen? So anyway, some interesting stuff happening in gaming right now. I am actually playing the Claire Obscura game starting next week. Expedition 33 is what it's called. So looking forward to that. If you want to see me stream that, check out twitch.tv/FalconPaladin. Or else you can watch it on my Falcon Plays channel where I'll be streaming it as well, assuming multi-streaming is working. It's been giving me some trouble. Anyway, guess what? The third hatch means a lot of mutas, and 7 of them are on the way. A +1 flyer attack coming in. Metabolic boost on the way here too, and we're going to get the turrets up. Great positioning covering that racks to protect the production of Marines. We have a lot of Marines and medics here, so it's going to be mutas. Might have to fall back to the Sunken to help defend against this many Marines. That stim is on the range upgrade is on the way. The stim is done. And the +1 attack is coming in here too. So, mutas, yeah, got it. Get it, got it, good. Turret, can you 2-volley it down? No. 3-volley it? No. 4 volleys, not where you want to be with Mutalisks in this situation. You want to be doing more damage than that. Getting the supply depot and then bouncing onto those Marines is a good play too. Any sign of a third base? Lings are checking to make sure it's safe to get a third base down here. There are no Marines causing all sorts of insane problems. No, but look, there's only one sunken and no second creep. Just now getting fired up. The mutas have to come home and defend this. There is one sunken and Speed jumps on it because he recognizes the weakness. This is the weakness in Jaedong game in TVZ in the last couple years, as he just takes way too much damage from little standard timings because he doesn't have enough static defense. Drone count massacred here. Every Marine and medic does die, but it's 38 to 20 workers now. Should be closer to 30 workers for the Zerg player, and instead he's down about 10, maybe 8 workers died there. Hard to tell exactly how many it was, but he's going to drone up a little bit more. Up to, there you go, up to 27 now with 2 more coming in. The +1 flyer attack. Ling, Muta, playing the day right now. Turrets, firing, firing, firing. Great hit there, too. Sees the factory, but recognizes no tech lab, and it's not blinking, so it's not vulture production. Doesn't have to worry about spider mines or anything insane like that anytime soon. Not that it's not going to happen, because it might. Love this guy. The optimism on this SCV. And now he's dead. Sometimes optimism comes with death. Radeon on the way. Okay, and a Queen's Nest here at about 8 minutes. So going for the lurkers, going for ye old... Oh boy. Muta's getting some work here on the main base of Speed. But yeah, going for lurkers, going for hive tech. Starport coming in. More racks on the way. He could maybe kill that engineering bay. He's not going to stop the attack upgrade because it just finished. I don't know. Why is he not attacking this refinery? Like, it really seems like Speed wants to sit back and protect this stuff. But he just flies the mutas out there. I don't agree with that. I think he probably could have gotten some work done. Second gas has not been taken either. So a lot of Marine production here. And it is... Oh, did I see... Do I feel like it's Valkyries? Starport 1. Lifting the Starport. And then floating it up here. My goodness. Why not just build it up there? I guess that's where the mutas were. Is probably why I didn't want to be doing that. Third gas, so important for Zergs. That really is a demarcation point where they get that third gas up, and then suddenly, bam, they got a lot of gas for things like upgrades, for things like teching up, for things like getting lurkers out, getting a defiler mount down, adrenal, hives on the way. Mutas fighting. They got that +1 attack. They're feeling a little bit more emboldened. As usual, Comsat station coming in. There you go. We're going to scan a little bit here. See what we're dealing with. See the hive timing. Not really much else to see. I guess the hider den is an important thing to scout off, but with the number of Marines and the number of racks that are happening here, obviously we're going to have some lurkers. You're just not dealing with this many Marines without lurkers. You could try to go crazy Zerg, right? Where you make it just a bunch of Ultralisks. You get Dark Swarm for those suckers. You skip the Lurker stuff entirely. And it's Ultras and Defilers and Cracklings for days. And a Supply Depot does go down supply blocking speed. Brutal, brutal, brutal supply block there. Lings sharking around. They've got speed. They don't have any other upgrades at all, because why would we give them upgrades? I mean, they are getting a Carapace upgrade, but it's more for the Lurkers and like Hydras and stuff than it is for the Lings, I believe. Let's be fair. It's probably for the Lings too. Hey, look. It's a Defiler Mound. Hey, look. Let's see when Adrenal gets started for Jaedong, right? We're at 10 minutes probably with that Hive timing. So when do we get Adrenal for the Lings? We got a good number of them. You know, if they've got 0-0, might as well give them Adrenal. It's like giving them a +3 attack already, without having to get +1 or a +2. 92 to 85 total supply. Heading down. +1 attack. Science Vessels are out. There you go. Double Starport, double Science Vessel. So speed, playing it normal. SK tearing in his way. Trying to get a victory like his hero, Flash. Big fan of his hero, Flash. And for now, I don't know, it's 3 base Zerg. Adrenal's getting fired up at 11:20. So we waited a while for it. Radiate. Ooh, probably killed about 3 or 4 mutas there. This Overlord Terry's been sitting here. That's not Terry. Terry's over here. Terry's been sitting here for the entire game. Good job, Terry. Way to not be dead. Probably won't die unless Valkyries or Wraithstar produce, which seems pretty unlikely at this point. 4th base on the way from Jaedong, and this attack down to the 3rd base is going to determine a lot here. Will he be able to hold it? It's a big army from Speed. They've got 1-1. They've got permanent detection. Sunken count, not really ample. Lurker count, 4, seems pretty nice. And actually, yeah, Speed checks it and goes, not getting through there without a ton of irradiates or some siege tanks, which he is not doing. Where is the man's factory? Has he floated it out? Yeah, he's got it floating here to spot. But there are drop ships, and, you know, even if you're not necessarily going for ultras, all right, man, here come the drop ships. What do we got, friends? A lot of Marines. That +2 attack is going to be here a minute, but look at this. Cracklings, Lurkers, Defilers. He's trying to thin this out a little bit. Kill the Defilers. He can't get in here, man. Can't do it. Fire bats up. Marines inside the natural base. Nobody down there to save them. Drones evacing into the main base. Unloading here seems like a really bad idea. There are a lot of cracklings in the situation. The Dark Swarm's going to pop immediately. He goes for it, though. He tries to body block a little bit with the medic. Not bad micro there. And look, the Lings doing what they can. Dark Swarm the drones to keep them alive. Busting the front. Lurker getting spines up. Some of the friends died, but not all of them. 3 kills on that Lurker. Drop in the 4th base simultaneously down this way. It's our guy. Kindness Plating is coming up. Yo. This is insane. Good game here. Sent to me from RJB. You know him. You love him. Thanks for sending in the replay, RJB, as always. So 3rd base coming up. 12 o'clock on Radeon. We still have Marines at the 4th base of our guy Jaedong. We've got Lurkers protecting it. This is not enough Marines to take down that many Lurkers here. We've got +2 finishing up shortly. Chitinous Plating and Metabolic, or rather, sorry, we've got ourselves Metasynaptic Node is on the way. Scourge shutting that drop down at the 3rd base immediately. Drop shit. Oh, nice Science Vessel snipe here. Overlord gets killed, but I'll take an Overlord for a drop ship without a doubt. Zerglings running in. Zerglings continuing to run in. Dark Swarm, first one of the day. Well, second one of the day here. First one out on the map. This is looking pretty good. 50 workers to 41. These guys are waiting for their chance to drop on in, but enough lings show up with the Carapace upgrade, and you get eaten, is what happens there. Not enough energy. That's what it says when you have not enough energy. Good snipe on that Defiler. Defiler's going to be the ones. Lurkers, secondary targets. This Defiler needs to get hit, and it does, so might as well throw down a Dark Swarm before it dies, which it also does. More Scourge in production. Is there enough to defend here? 50 to 41 workers, though, continuing to be a massive advantage. 4 bases to 3. Science Vessels trying to do what they can here. Staying outside the Dark Swarm. Ah, Lurker getting sniped. Thought it was maybe inside. Another Science Vessel down. I think that was 2 for 2 Scourge. Dude, Ultra Speed is not on the way, but Kindness Plating is done. Can make it a really inhospitable place for these Marines to go if there are Ultras inside Dark Swarm. He decides to run up, even though he doesn't have any Dark Swarm. Lurkers doing what they can, getting targeted. Ultras jumping on these boys too. He's not getting Ultra Speed. Where is it, Jaedong? More Ultras jumping out. The Filer needs to do a Lurker dies. The Filer needs to consume real bad. Scourge fly over. And get a Science. No! One connection, not a second one. It's an insane engagement here at the natural base. Firebats adding into the mix here for speed, chasing everybody away. The Ultralisks are going to be just fine in that situation. Everybody needs to get out. Science Vessel hanging out inside the natural base. Where are the Scourge? Where are they? 3 sets of Scourge are on the way. Science Vessels are running. They might actually make it out of here without getting killed by their Scourge enemies and mortal enemies. They are indeed. There's the Ultra Speed upgrade. It's later than you want it to be. There's a Science Vessel down. Where the other Scourge? There's another Science Vessel down. Scourge, I think that one died to the irradiated Ultralisk. That radiation cloud reaches up into the sky here. Speed 2 and upgrades. Ultras 1-4. Big engagement. Again, Lings without the greatest upgrades here. Ultras also don't have their ultimate upgrades yet. But these are not 3-3 Marines. Cracklings and an Ultralisk. Whoa, not very defended up here at the third base at all. Is Speed. And suddenly SCVs are falling like cupcakes. Pull him out, Speed. You got to get him out of here, man. Oh, more Lings running up the defense down here. He's really too focused on the offense. Great Dark Swarm again. Lings staying inside. No, do not stay inside the Dark Swarm entirely. But it's 55 to 34 workers due to Jaedong. He struggles in TVZ, but it seems to have a pretty good handle on how to deal with Speed. In 2025, man. Scourge. That one should have connected. No connections there. Great Science Vessel Micro. Top tier Micro there. It's just making sure this third base never happens. A 5th base is up on the left side from Jaedong. Another scanning in. He's trying to see what he's dealing with. It is a full saturation at so many bases. Lings and Ultras running all over the place, trying to make sure there's not a ninja base in the top left here. There's one over here, which you might actually want to check. These bases are good to check, but this one, too, is a pretty solid destination for your Lings to run into next, because you don't want to leave them up there at all. Finally, reestablishing the third base. Our whole army comes to deal with it. These guys do not check. Oh, gosh, you have to look at it. Yeah, just kind of donating Lings, but reinforcing Ultras are coming in. This one's checking. This drone is looking to expand and going to find the SCV. I don't think that was even a scout. I think that was him like, I'd like to expand there now, please. And he's like, oh, there's a whole base here. Incredible. Yeah, man. Speed's done. Speed is done. Forced to cancel on that command center, expanding there himself. Ultras are catching irradiates, which is pretty bad. The more of those, the harder it is for the Zerg to win. Double expanding is Jaedong too. Aggressive expansion timings. Boxer maneuver. Yep, Boxer maneuver setting up here at the third. Scourge killing one of the Science Vessels. The other one taking a lot of... Ooh, getting a nice hit. 61 workers here for our guy, Jaedong. Feeling good in the hood. Yeah, Zerg players got to feel pretty good about this one. This is looking great from Jaedong, man. He's got, doesn't quite have the +2 or +3 attack upgrades or the +5 armor that you want, but he's got the speed now. And the Lings are sitting here at 2-1, and The 2 armor's really good, and the Plague-oo, the first Plague-oo of the day, lands on top of those Marines. And what do we got? Nothing. We've got nothing else to follow that up. No mutas, no Scourge, they're just plagued now. Great. Third base reestablished from Speed. He might kill this, like, 8th base. But I think Jaedong can afford to lose the 8th base when his enemy has 3. Just a thought I had. You know, just basic maths that I do sometimes. How is there nothing defending this base? Speed really falling down on the job here. Terran fans everywhere are very disappointed in you, sir. There's not even, like, a bunker. A bunch of Marines at the top of the ramp. Some medics blocking the ramp would be really hard for this Ling Ultra army to get up. But it's just a full invitation to wander in there. 12 SCVs remain. Speed's like, well, if I can kill, like, 3 more bases... You know, if I could kill 3 more bases here in the next 10 seconds, maybe I can win this game. Coming in from all directions. No Plague, no Dark Swarm. D-Matrixing off Firebat like an absolute madman. Alright, this is pretty fun. It's kind of working out for Speed. D-Matrix providing a little tiny bit of help here, as always. Yeah, this is going to be it. This is going to be it. We got a flash win here, folks. A flash win? A Jaedong win here, folks. And double boxer maneuvering in the main base, but there are 52 workers and 12 workers for our guy Speed. And that's it. I mean, excellent killing there, Mr. Irradiated Ultralisk. Science Vessel's going down, and GG, Jaedong does pull it out in 21 minutes and 55 seconds. Insane. Like, what an absolutely really fantastic showing there. Great showing from our guy, Jaedong. He gets the win. And I feel like he's so much better against Speed than any other elite Terran player these days. Whew. That is some great play. So nicely done for a Patreon game. Jaedong gets it. Speed never really... I mean, he almost had a 4th base over here on the left side, but his 3rd base he barely had that for as long as he wanted it. Terribly tough experience there from him today. Great drops. I think he had a good drop here. He had a good drop in the main, or the 4th base too. He boxer maneuvered a ton of workers, but the enemy had 50 drones at the end of the game, and you had like 12. Just failing to defend this base as much as you did is a major issue, and got to clean that up, man. So GG's. A Jaedong in a Patreon game for the week of June in 2025. June the 8th, everyone. Appreciate it. Thanks for being a patron if you're watching that week. 156,000, 135,000 points there in favor of Jaedong, outproducing, getting outkilled by a smaller number. 9 to 4 buildings raised as the Zerg player makes it feel good, and the outspend by, goodness gracious, 16,000 resources in only 21 minutes. Yeah, it was a smooth, basically a flawless showing there. All right. Bam. So that was fun. So that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook. I'm also on places like TikTok and Blue Sky if you'd rather go there. Instagram too. So check your local social media website and I am there, or your app. So again, thanks for being here, and until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.